and then price now came back to give me another second entry again, and actually sent out this signal to my signal group from here. Boom, stop loss is directly just like this, and boom, we're looking for a nice 1 to 5 risk to reward. All right guys, welcome back to my channel. For the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. For the viewers, thank you for clicking this video. So guys, in today's video, I am going to be breaking down this strategy that will literally blow your mind. Right now guys, this strategy is literally a price action strategy, meaning that you don't need to understand ICT, you don't need to understand smart money concepts. All you need to understand is just two things: a shooting star and a doji candle. Now guys, if you go to my chart, you're going to see right now that I have this yellow line right here. Now this yellow line represents the start of the new week. Right now, with that being said, let me explain to you what actually happened. Now before I actually even start the start of the new week, I'm going to show you something. Right, the SDI entry model is very simple to understand. Essentially guys, it basically just means price giving you a doji candle, right? And then if you're looking for a sell entry, all price has to do is take out the low of that doji candle. Once price takes out the low of the doji candle, you then now wait for your entry inside that doji candle's area, right? So in that case, price has to give you an entry inside the doji candle's area, and that entry is now the shooting star, hence why we call it the SDI entry model. Now it could be the DIS entry model because obviously it starts with a doji candle and then the shooting star, but obviously I want to make it cool, sound cool, so it's the SDI. Right now, with that being said guys, let's see what happened from the start of the new week. Now basically what happened was, guys, if I zoom in real quick, you're going to notice that price gave a doji candle right here before the end of the last week. Right now, with that being said, forget what I'm saying. Now if I zoom in, okay, let me see that price left a doji candle right just before the week ended. Right, I'm saying that just keep in mind for that reason. Just keep that in mind. Right now, just keep that in mind. Right now, when the new week started, price literally made a huge gap right here. Right, when price made a huge gap, you can see that price bought all the way up, literally bought all the way up here, and then price at some point now gave us this specific doji candle right here. If you notice, this was a doji candle. Now when price gives a doji candle, the first thing you do is to mark that area as a sign of liquidity, hence why I have those gray boxes. Right now, when price did that, what did I have to do? Wait for price to give me an entry. So in this case right here guys, literally price never gave me any entries, in the sense of price did not give me, actually the funny thing is price actually gave me a buy entry. Right, in this case here, price gave me a buy entry, meaning that price took out the low of the candle and then now went back to give me a buy entry. But in this case, the reason why you would not even look for buys here is because I said that price is literally at the top of my area of interest, hence why you're going to be avoiding trades like this where you get stopped out easily. Right, but in this case, price then now retraced, and then when price retraced, it literally now gave us another doji candle right here. Now when price gave us another doji candle right here, same thing, you mark that area as a sign of liquidity. And then guys, what happened? Price now took out the low of the doji candle and then gave an entry candle, which is now called a shooting star. In this case, this would have been your first entry for the week. All right, boom, just like that. Targets a nice simple 1 to risk reward, and literally guys, price obviously hit your TP. Boom. Now look at what happened again. Price then now broke the previous high. Right, when price broke the previous high of that candle, right, of this specific candle right there, it then now retraced, did a break and retest, and then now gave another shooting star candle again right here, which will now be your second entry of the week. Boom. Right, and then target a nice 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, whatever you want to target. And as you can see guys, literally price gave a solid entry right there. Right now, in this case here, because now if you notice, price now finally took out the high of that doji candle. Right now, you'll be waiting for another sell entry. Now when price comes back down, in this case here guys, you would have to wait a couple more hours. Right, and again, price now gave another doji candle here. Right, boom. Now the reason why you could not have taken this trade is because price literally gave the doji candle in the air. Right now, usually what we do is we wait for price to give us a doji candle in our area of interest, hence why if you notice, if I play back the market, you're going to see that price literally did this huge pullback right here, gave us a huge pullback, taking out anybody that took sells. Right, unless of course you still took the trade again and re-entered, which is perfectly fine. Right, but in this case, price did give us another sell entry there. But if you notice again, when price now finally sold back down, it now gave us this specific sell entry here. Boom, give us this sell entry. This was the sell entry right there, because why? Price is now finally sinking down. So obviously we're expecting price to just keep selling. And then also I have noticed with experience that, guys, literally price sometimes will give you an entry, right? But it's not really, it will retrace obviously, but it won't give you like a retracement entry. It will just give you like an impulsive entry move, like a continuation entry in this sense. So when price now gave this specific entry here, this would have been your third entry for the week, just like that. Boom, stop loss above the area of interest, and then boom, price then now retraced and then sold perfectly. Now when price now sold, right, for a nice 1 to 2 risk to reward, you'd have still waited for another re-entry again. Why? Because price is now finally looking to sell down. But you have to understand something. Overall, price is what? In the daily time frame, right, is almost like in a retracement zone. So if I was to basically just turn off everything here, you're going to notice, right, that price is literally in the retracement zone, in the sense of price wants to just buy up, retrace, and then continue to buy up again. Very simple, right? So in this case, when price was now retracing back down, it now gave another entry again. If I fast forward the market, you're going to notice again, price then now gave another doji candle right here. So you really have to be watching the markets consistently. That is why, guys, I usually watch the markets between 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then Asian session, I would say 6 p.m. all the way to 11 p.m. So that way, you know, I have time for myself in terms of going to bed, waking up and stuff like that, right? But then as you can see, guys, price literally now gave a doji candle. And like I said, guys, my SDI entry is very simple. All you literally have to do is wait for price to give you a doji candle, and then because we're looking for sales, wait for price to take out the high of that doji candle, and then price must now give you an entry inside that doji candle's body and wick, right? So in this case, we're looking for a shooting star like this, boom, right? So if you go back to our chart, you're going to notice that what? If I zoom in, price gave a doji candle, took out the high of that doji candle, and then gave an entry, which was now a shooting star. You would have taken another entry again. I think it's going to be basically your fourth entry for the week, right? Boom. Sorry guys, I have the sniffles. But yeah, boom, stop loss just right there, targeting nice ones to risk to reward a 1 to 3, and you have been good, right? Now when price now did all this, you're going to see again that price actually gave another doji candle, right, which was this right here. Now when price gave this doji candle, I won't lie to you guys, I literally took an entry right there. Boom. Why? Because price gave a doji candle, and then price now took out the low of the doji candle and then gave an entry. Now with that being said, guys, I actually took this trade. This would have been like, I think, your 5th or 6th trade or whatever, and then stop loss just directly under there. And guys, literally, man, like I lost this trade, which is cool. But then if you notice, guys, price then now currently right now, just look at how the structure is forming right now currently on price. Price then now went back to that same doji candle that we marked up from last week, which was right there. So with that being said, guys, literally, man, like I have noticed that like price can literally create a doji candle and then come back weeks later, take out the low of that doji candle, and then give you an entry, right? So in this case, literally price is doing the same thing right now, right? Price came back to that level, took out the low of that doji candle, then now give an entry. So literally, guys, this would have been your second entry right here, or your last entry for the week, because today, I think today's Thursday. So boom, just like that, where stop loss just directly under that, targeting a nice 1 to 2 risk to reward. But personally, I'm going to be targeting this high right here. Why? Because price usually chases liquidity, right? So in this case, for me personally, I'm believing that price wants to go and target this specific, you know what I mean, high of the doji candle. Now the funny thing is, guys, I actually missed this first entry, and then price now came back to give me another second entry again, and actually sent out this signal to my signal group from here. Boom, stop loss is directly just like this, and boom, we're looking for a nice 1 to 5 risk to reward, right? And if you notice, guys, price did go into a drawdown right here, and like I told you guys, the power of the SDI entry model is literally in the drawdown, right? And if you see, if I was to reduce this right there, boom, now this 1 to 5 has turned to a 1 to 8, depending on if you're watching the market. But for me, I wasn't watching the market, so I'm going to just do this back, boom, a nice 1 to 5. And as you can see, guys, structure is currently forming inside that area of interest, right? So if you notice, guys, notice how price is in the area of interest and is now creating a structure, just like how price created a structure right here, like this, right? It gave a double top and then now give us an entry right there. Same thing here too. Same thing here too. Same thing here too. See how price is literally respecting our area of interest, right? creating structure inside that area of interest. Same thing here too with this same box right on the right here. Same thing, bro. At the end of the day. But yeah, this is basically, guys, the strategy that can literally make you profitable instantly. All you literally have to learn is going to be your area of interest, how to mark your area of interest. And if I was to zoom out of this chart real quick, you're going to see that the white boxes are like my 1 hour area of interest. So notice how price is just rejecting perfectly. You know what I mean? If I go to any of my charts, you're going to see that price is rejecting perfectly, just like that, right? Zoom out, see how long price has literally been rejecting this area, as you can see. So if I do something like this, it's rejecting perfectly. See, rejecting perfectly here, rejecting here, rejecting right there. You see what I mean? And then if I was to zoom again, same thing here again, right? Same thing, same freaking thing. And then if I was to zoom out, you're going to see the whole bigger picture, right? The whole bigger picture here. You can see the clear demarcation between buyers and sellers, right? So this is basically the strategy, guys. If you still want to know more about this, guys, I want you to click the first link in the comment section, right, and join my Discord group for free. Like I told you guys, I have my Discord group. I'm literally trying to create a community of GDP JPY traders. For this month, guys, I will make my Discord group free, right? So all you have to do is click the first link in my comment section, and I'll see you right there. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys get a lot from this, and I'll see you guys in a different video. Peace.